Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michaela and I am 40 weeks pregnant with baby number 4. And in my last pregnancy update, I shared that my baby is facing posterior, meaning she is facing the front, and I want her turned facing my spine. That is the optimal position for an easygoing delivery. If she stays facing posterior and I go into labor, it is going to be very painful. I will have a lot of back labor because her spine will be rubbing against my spine. So I heard a little wives' tale, an old wives' tale, that if you scrub your floors on your hands and knees, that it will turn your baby. So I thought it would be fun to just give it a try and see if anything happens. I have an appointment on Monday and we will see when my midwife checks baby's position if this little wives' tale activity worked. And I will be sure to keep you guys updated on if this worked. So if you have a posterior baby, maybe you can give this little activity a try and see if it helps turn your posterior baby. And while this video really is mostly for fun, I do want it to be helpful for mamas who are looking for ways to turn their posterior baby. So I wanted to share 3 activities that you can do to turn around that baby. The first activity is crawling, which is pretty much what I'm doing right now as I clean the floors. But yeah, just crawling for about 10 to 15 minutes a day can help turn that baby around. Being in that crawling position, it takes the weight of your baby off of your back and it creates more space for the baby to turn. I have also found that being in a crawling position, being on my hands and knees, it also relieves a lot of the sciatic nerve pain that I have because, again, I'm taking the weight of the baby off of my sciatic nerve. The second activity that you can do to turn a posterior baby is yoga. Just in general, yoga is really good at helping to loosen up your body and relieve stress and tension. And there are a couple of yoga poses in particular that are really good for helping to turn a posterior baby. The first position is downward dog, and in that position it helps your baby's head kind of disengage from the pelvis, separate a little bit so that there's a little more room for the head to turn if it needs to. And again, having your belly in that hanging position gives more space for the baby to turn. And speaking of babies, isn't Tristan the cutest little sleeper? He was having a hard time falling asleep upstairs, so we just had him fall asleep on the couch, and he is just the cutest thing when he sleeps. Anyways, back to yoga. So the second yoga pose that is really good for turning a posterior baby is doing cat-cow. So in this position, you're on your hands and knees, again, giving that space for baby to turn. Cat-cow also just feels amazing in general during pregnancy. It helps to stretch out those aching lower back muscles, and it really helps to relieve my sciatic nerve pain that I get in the 3rd trimester. So I highly recommend doing cat-cow pose during pregnancy, even if you aren't trying to turn a posterior baby. It feels amazing and your back will thank you. And the third and final activity that you can do to turn a posterior baby is sleeping and laying on your side. I know when you're big and pregnant and you feel like a whale, you just want to lay back and recline and relax, but that is the last thing that you want to do with a posterior baby. A reclined position leaves little to no room for baby to turn. So what you want to do instead is lay on your side, preferably your left side, with a pillow in between your legs, your bottom leg straight and your top leg slightly bent. Being in this position on your side creates a hammock of sorts for your belly and encourages your baby to turn. Being on the left side is preferable for blood flow, but if you need to turn to the right, then that is fine as well. I really hope that these 3 tips for turning a posterior baby are helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if you try any of them out. Thank you so much for watching this old wives' tale challenge. I hope that you enjoyed it. Be sure to consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video.